समीर सर, पहले तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, थैंक यू सो मच। और ये मत सोचना कि आप जहाँ स्टॉल पे होते हो मैं पहुंच जाता हूँ। सो इट्स रियली ऑलवेज नाइस टॉकिंग टू यू। सो थैंक्स फॉर द अपॉर्चुनिटी फर्स्ट।
Thank you for inviting me once again.
Okay, sir. So moving forward, Convergence India is expo where every year you participate.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you see this expo and how has been the response so far?
The response has been really good. The only complaint is it has come at a time wherein there's a
Closing, sir.
year-end closing.
Right.
And but fortunately, the participation has been really good. Yes, our regular partners, they are always so dedicated to the brand that they will pay visit. They would always want to know what more or what better Digisol is offering from the last time that they had met us with the brand. So in particular, this year we are offering a lot of 10G related equipments. More so, the 10G switching offerings are appealing to the market and our partners, wherein they see a lot of opportunity with transforming or scaling up the networks from 1G to 10G. So that is something which is really appealing to the market and our partners. And we have Wi-Fi 6 offerings which have got showcased in the year. So that's also something which is a welcome addition to our portfolio, and obviously the partner is upbeat about the same.
Right. So when we talk about product trend, which is in a different categories like the SMB. So when we talk about the market trends, okay, so how do you see the trends moving towards networking solution adoption recently, especially in the small, medium, or the enterprise side?
Now, our products have always been very relevant to the SMB segment and the SME segment. That's has been a focus area all the while, because that's where whatever technology is trying to get embraced by the customer, the SME and SMB segment are the ones which give you that kind of an insight. Now, with Digisol, it has always been the switching and the wireless which are in focus for our market audience. So, as I said, this time around, 10G switches has been our prominent offerings. In wireless, Wi-Fi 6 has been our prominent offerings, both for the SMB and SME segment. So a lot of inquiries have got generated, and we hope to close them very soon. Because in terms of availability of the material from last year, wherein the challenge was so high with the availability, we had been amongst the fortunate suppliers who had catered the market demand as and when required.
Okay, that's great. So when it comes to Make in India, you guys have a trendsetter. Okay, so when the Make in India started, before that you had all these mechanisms already in place with you.
Yeah.
So how do you see the recent kind of initiative the government is taking, Digital India and everything? How this Make in India is helping you to have a different kind of space in this industry?
Yeah. So if the world understands, and we all understand that the government has given good support by introducing the PLI.
Right.
Okay, and we had registered for the PLI when it got initiated, and fortunately for the first couple of years of the PLI, we have been able to meet the target. So receive 100% of the incentives that the government has offered. We are running into the third year of the PLI, and this year the target is around generating 80 crore worth business that is doing the production to meet the PLI incentive, and we are all geared up. So we have already had all the equipments in place. We launched a new SMT line in our Senegra facility in Goa. So everything that is required to cater and adhere to what the government's plan was with regards to PLI, we are meeting them. So with regards to Make in India, our focus is very clear. We want to support the government initiative. As you rightly said, well before the government even thought about having the Make in India concept, we were in it from 1993.
Right.
So now that we strengthen ourselves because of the government initiative for the PLI, we have taken full advantage in the first 2 years of it. The third year, we are all geared up, and we'll only embrace the Make in India concept further. Right now, if I have to give you clarity of how we have progressed. Last year, that is year 21-22, when we had just 8 products which were PLI based. Okay. Or sorry, I'm not saying 8 products which were make in India in the switching segment. Now we have almost close to 38 products. So it's almost a growth of almost 400%. And that has given us that scope to meet the PLI incentive full. That is the 100% PLI that was supposed to be done for the second year was 40 crore, and we are well about. We have covered more than 50 crore in the PLI, or rather in the Make in India. So more and more products are in prominence for the next year, which will ensure that we take the entire benefit for the next year as well. So Make in India is always our number one priority, and the government supporting us well. We'll do more and more.
That's well said, because there are certain brands who are now coming with the Make in India plan, and you guys are already there. Even in the networking space, you have already made a kind of sentiments you are connecting with the customers that this is an Indian brand and we should all trust, and they are trusting and they are using it. Moving forward, it's all about setup and everything. The governments now come to the partners. Okay, you are here to add more partners. So currently, in a nutshell, you can share something about the overall the partner ecosystem has evolved, especially in last 1 year.
Yeah, definitely. The partner ecosystem will evolve if your offerings are more Make in India.
Right.
Okay, because it's not about just being patriot, but the Atmanirbharta that has been promoted by the government, that's something we also want to embrace fully. Not just by the concept of it, we want to embrace it with our offerings. So more and more partners, when they get aware that Digisol in its offering, active, passive offerings have been 100% Make in India at all times. But with active, since we have progressed so much, so almost 80% is now Make in India with our active offerings also. That's where the true embracement of the Make in India concept is happening. So our partners now feel that this is a true Make in India brand. Okay, so we don't have any branches outside India that's known to everyone. But within the country, what we are offering, that offering to now almost 80% in active is Make in India. So they feel that they can embrace the brand with no qualms. Okay, wherein this is the very reason I might reiterate in my statements that Make in India is something which we are prominently looking at, but it's in the best interest of our partners. They want us to supply something which they can with pride say that, oh, it is a Made in India product. So we thrive on what our partners' demands are, but we are fortunate that we are in a very short span of time able to cater that kind of a request from our partners.
So rightly said, because there are a lot of things which is helping partners to understand the products and going with the flow. What kind of support you are providing, the training and everything is going very well. You said initially that the timing was wrong because next financial year is coming. So my question is all about this. What is your target for next financial year in terms of growth? You can talk, or even you can share some kind of tips to your partners who are also into the new financial year with how we work in India.
Yeah.
So what will be your tips?
When I said the timing was wrong, the only was it's so close to the year ending. So that's the only complaint. Otherwise, yes, any point in time participating in a Convergence event, you should be lucky. Your brand is that recognized that you feel like hosting it for such an event.
Correct.
So the Convergence event is always welcome because it gives you such a good platform. In terms of the progression for the next year, okay, yes, our targets are high, or we set high targets. That's common for everyone. You want to scale up with what you did in the last year. You definitely want to progress more than that. So that is a common thing. Yeah. But the most important thing is whether potentially we can deliver it, and we are very confident because our passive has always been our strength. Now our active offerings are now appealing to the market so much that we can even double our targets and still believe that we can win it. And that's what exactly we are going to do. What we had last year, we have almost achieved double the targets. And from here, again, doubling it, somebody might say it might be very optimistic, but we see it as it could be very realistic. And that's where the team is now confident. and the mindset is so positive that possibly we might get double of what we did this year. So that's what I see, and obviously this will give our partners also the incentive to believe that they are in the right space with the right brand.
Right. So definitely, we have been observing very closely about the Digisol, how it's growing, and the type of the product innovation and everything which you're doing. Definitely, we'll have a very long journey to go and a lot of results which you'll be sharing with us. Maybe we'll be meeting within this calendar year, end of this December or all, at any expo like this, such expo. It's always pleasure talking to you, sir. Really, thank you so much for all information you shared with our audience.
Now, I keep meeting you in most of these events, so I welcome any such kind of conversations that I'm lucky to have with you. You have been a great media monarch. I can say you're a media monarch.
You can listen. Thank you so much. Thanks.
No, but really thank for giving me this opportunity to be here and speaking with you, and I thank God for giving us a good time. It's actually, to be really honest, the market is running a tightrope. Okay, or is rather, I will put it, they're walking a tightrope,
Right.
not running for sure. Okay, but the whole idea is to stay there and keep yourself cool and calm in the tough period that we are, the entire world is going through. So our market is no different. But if you're honest with what you want to achieve for your partners, for the people who are associated with you, internal and external, that is our employees as well as our partners, we are keeping everybody in good space. And that's what we want to achieve at the end of the day.
Right. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you again. And it's always pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Same here. Cheers. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.